Good morning, everybody that's just jumping in. Ref Skincare this morning. All right, so Ref Skincare, first of all, you're gonna see some really nice imagery through this, and I'm also, towards the end, I'm gonna share some available images that we have for you available that you can share with your clients over your Facebook, your Instagram, some useful tools for you. And Ref has really done well with stepping up. I love all of the beautiful imagery that we have to promote their product, and the products themselves are gorgeous as well. I love the packaging because it's simplistic, it looks clean, just like the skincare line. So first and foremost, I want to make sure that you understand that this isn't a pharmaceutical grade skincare. This is just a really smart skincare line that is easy to understand, and it's easy for us to be able to share with our guests and easy for them to fall in love with. We're going to go through the ingredients. It's going to make a lot of sense as to why this is so easy to use and why everybody loves to use the product. It's not aggressive. I feel like it has the versatility, and it is gentle enough that it's not intimidating to use by any means. All right, here is our lineup of all of our products that we have, and we'll walk through each and every one of them. For me to just go through every single piece in this ingredient list would be a bit overwhelming for you guys. So what I've done is we've broken it down into slides so that we can talk about each specific product individually and what is fantastic about each one. One of the things, if you look at this chart, that is really kind of will stand out to you throughout today's presentation is that the black quinoa is prevalent in every single piece. So now if we think about the Ref line, we've got quinoa protein because that is our vegan protein throughout the whole entire line. So of course we would see that fit to be able to put that quinoa protein in all of the skincare products. But what's amazing about the black quinoa protein is it's high in antioxidants, it's high in all of these amazing ingredients that are so beneficial to our skin and our bodies, and it's naturally anti-inflammatory. So that's huge. The skin on our face, around our eye area, everything's just a little bit more delicate, and it's also susceptible to a lot of environmental things throughout the day. So this black quinoa is going to be prevalent in every single item. I probably will, you'll see it on the list of things, but just know that it's anti-inflammatory, it's full of antioxidants, it's got our vitamins in it. So black quinoa is a staple ingredient in there. Okay, so let's start with our makeup remover. Okay, the makeup remover is fantastic. So you'll see, I'm gonna keep moving around my screens here. You can see in the visual that, I can see that you can see it. You can see how it separates, okay? So that is very normal. You'll want to mix that prior to putting it on, but the way that it works is it does have a nice slippery consistency. It feels amazing on the skin, and it's very hydrating feeling. I usually use a cotton ball or a cotton swab very gently over the skin to remove your makeup or just the dirt residue, not forgetting about your neckline and that to remove some of the dirt and makeup that you may have brought down through your neckline. So you see that black quinoa in there. We've got organic acai extract, and having those acai extracts in there, that is your super duper enriched antioxidant. The more prevalent, amazing ingredients in there is that Atlantic sea salt. So Atlantic sea salt actually exfoliates and removes impurities, unclogs pores, it promotes new skin growth, and helps with blood circulation. It restores natural balance in the skin. So this Atlantic sea salt is kind of like this sneaky little awesome ingredient in there because it does all of these amazing things as it's just literally taking off some of our makeup and priming the skin for the cleansing and moisturizing routine that we're going to give it. The vitamin B5 panthenol, that promotes hydration, is also rejuvenating and moisturizing. So you'll see a repetition of really, really thought out ingredients put into every single part of the skincare. All right, the cleansing face wash. This stuff is probably the easiest to love. You guys, I've been using this skincare. I feel like it's kind of like been the best kept secret. For those of you who have not known about it, there are some perks being on the Ref team on getting kind of an intro on some of these products that we get to trial run before the big launch. But the cleansing, it's a nice kind of a gel consistency, really, really easy to use. It's not clumsy. It goes in your palm nice. You get kind of a nice frothy lather to it. So it's very, very easy to use. And I feel like the size of the bottle, it lasts a long time. When you have wet hands or a facial sponge, you know how we wash our face, gentle circular movements are best, and to not be too aggressive over the eyes. I love this because even if I don't use the makeup remover, I feel like this gets off my mascara, and that is the makeup remover oil free. I know the last time I taught this, the makeup remover, look, if you have false eyelashes, which nobody probably has any left right now, right? Maybe. But if you do have eyelash extensions, you would probably want to avoid the eye area and then go with the specific cleanser around the eye that your lash extension specialist recommends, because we want to know that it is a slippery consistency. So I think that would be a little bit too much on those false eyelashes. I hope that helps, Vicki. So with the cleansing face wash, using wet hands, circular movements, rinse and pat dry. The black quinoa, once again, natural anti-inflammatory, full of our vitamins and our nutrients, but this also has that organic acai extract, so even more antioxidants poured into it. And then we've got the vitamin B5 in here. So even though this is a cleanser, it doesn't leave your face feeling dry and stripped of its nutrition or tight after you're done washing it, because it's got that vitamin B5, which promotes hydration and is actually very moisturizing in itself. So cleansing face wash, like I said, super easy to love. I think this is one that a lot of clients feel very comfortable getting. I myself am a fan of kind of getting the whole line and embracing it to see. That's just how I do things as far as my preference on when I want to try out a line. So not everybody's going to want to do that. Some people are going to want to just maybe replace some of their key things that they use. And I do have my routine where I'm using more of these products than other. So everybody has to kind of find their groove as far as what their skincare routine works for them. But I think the cleansing face wash has been a very popular one that people gravitate to try. So cleansing face wash, easy, love it, yes. Okay, the face mask. This one we're going to spend just a few minutes on. You guys, this is one of the most amazing products I have ever seen. It's an enzyme mask, okay? So we literally, oh, there's so many things it does, you guys, and I know Jessie has her favorite way of how she uses it, and I'm going to share that with you too. So it's an enzyme mask, okay? It is red clay, and I want to show you a close-up. I know I'm very small on the screen, but I think you can see that. Okay, this stuff, and it smells very earthy, and I think it's amazing. So it is exfoliating. This mask, it's water soluble. It removes dead skin cells and improves complexion. Okay, so there is a little bit of grit to it. So when you apply this to your whole face, your neck, your décolleté, when we allow that mask to dry, the cool thing about it is this red clay that's in there, it's high in iron. It binds the impurities to the mask. So literally, as we put this mask on, we let it dry. I want you to picture all of those dirt and impurities and oil and buildup. It has this drawing capability where it draws that stuff out of your skin, adheres it to that mask, and then when we rinse it clean, it helps to wash those away. It's amazing. I mean, seriously, all because of this one amazing, you love it, I love it, yes. And it's also great for oily and acne prone skin and problem skin, because we want to think about it. Now, mind you, it's exfoliating, right? So maybe this isn't one of those products that you use every single day. You want to get to know the product and then get a read on your skin on how it feels and how often you need to use it. I think I actually need to use it a little bit more than I am. A couple times a week, I think sounds very normal to be able to put this into your routine. But like I said, get to kind of know your skin and its needs. It's not something I would use every day because we maybe don't want to have all those drawing abilities every single day. But yes, so great for the oily, acne prone problem skin because you are pulling out some of that stuff. It has the black quinoa, which is, like I said, prevalent in everything. So it's naturally anti-inflammatory, although it's even doing those drawing capabilities with that red clay. AHA and BHA acids, so beta hydroxy acid. This is water soluble and it helps to remove dead skin cells, okay? So it has just these amazing key ingredients, these 3 key ingredients that do everything it needs to do to be a fantastic face mask. Now, one of the really cool ideas is that maybe you take a little bit of this mask and you mix it with the cleanser. You could create an exfoliating cleanser, okay? Then you're not letting it so much dry on the skin, but you're just creating a cleanser with a little bit more grit to it if you like that feeling of exfoliation to cleanse the skin as well, okay? Set these pretty products back up here. So this stuff is it's a showstopper. Everybody has to try this. This is just kind of reiterating, you know, if you want to use it as an exfoliator, use it with the cleanser. The skin turns itself over every 6 weeks. So that's another key point to bring up. So when we are using, and we kind of talk about this with product in our hair as well, when we try a new skincare line, we cannot expect everything to happen in a day. We want to give our skin time. So truly, when we change our skincare line, it is usually true that it kind of goes through a series of phases before it truly kind of balances and get used to. And remember that it's doing active things to improve the skin. So be patient with that and just enjoy the fact that it's doing these active things and making things happen to better your skin, okay? Okay, the toner. I love this stuff. Guys, this stuff, I don't know, it makes me feel very satisfied after I use it. I don't know if that sounds weird, but this stuff is one of my favorites. I always use it on a cotton ball. If I don't have a cotton ball handy, it is very easy just to put a few drops into your palm and pat it onto your skin and allow it to dry. But this stuff is super cool because this olive leaf extract, it heals wounds and the scars in the skin. So it actually stimulates and improves the condition, okay? So if we do have a blemish, if we've got some scars on the skin from acne or something that has happened or who knows, our skin over the years, we all go through different things with our skin. So the fact that this olive leaf extract is healing and helps to repair those scars, I think that's phenomenal. We've got that acai extract, and that is that super duper antioxidant rich ingredient that we love. And then our vitamin B5, which is very soothing and helps to reinforce a skin's barrier. So it's super moisturizing, okay? It just feels good. There's something about this that after I've cleansed my face and I put this on, it just feels fresh, it feels calm, it feels clean, and it just feels like the perfect step before I decide to put on all of the other fantastic products. So the toner, I love it. Anti-age serum. Who doesn't love this stuff? Anti-age serum, using a pea size amount, maybe 1 to 2 pumps. I think it kind of depends on how much I'm using. It's this little guy here. The pH of the toner. Oh, that's a good question. I love pHs. Jennifer, I like your question. I'm gonna write it down. Unless if Jesse's hearing and she might have that in her back pocket, I'm not sure, but I love that you asked that. So we will get that information out there. Maybe I'll put it in the comments of my cute little post that we did earlier to announce the class this morning. Okay, so the anti-age serum, using a pea size amount, 1 to 2 pumps, apply with your fingertips, gently pressing or tapping. Okay, whenever we're working with a serum, it's not as thick as a moisturizer. Serums are a little bit of a looser consistency. It feels like vitamins in your hands, honestly. Patting it through, massaging it, I'm always not forgetting to get my neck area. This has that black quinoa, so it's naturally anti-inflammatory, full of the goodies. And then it's got hyaluronic acid, which reduces fine lines, okay? Reduces fine lines. It helps to retain the moisture, and it has a plumping effect. You guys, I can tell when I don't use this, and maybe it is my best secret. You know, some of us clients are always looking to us for advice. They're looking to us for what we're using, for our skin routines, and oftentimes I know a lot of us on the ref team who have been using this product, we are getting skin compliments. And I think this is probably one of those products that makes a big difference. That plumping effect. Do you use this in the morning? You guys, I would use this in the morning and at night. I'm kind of a moisture junkie though, so I'm good with layering every single aspect of this line. As I go through the moisturizers, I'll tell you my favorites. You could choose to just put this on in the morning or at night. I know our skin really does a lot of work in the evening. So some people may choose just to use this in the evening if you are being a little bit more sparing with your product. Would you suggest starting slow with these products? Not really. I mean, to everybody's comfort level. I know I got the whole line home and I just jumped in full bore, kind of like I did with the color line and the retail line. I don't know, I have faith in the technology. I have faith in their science and in the ingredients. And you guys, it's from Sweden. Okay, so it was a no-brainer for me, and I didn't have any issues, and I would consider my skin to be kind of picky. I have kind of gone down the gamut of trying different things and trying to self-decide what I need to use, and I love it. Do you know the percentage of? No, we don't have the percentage of ingredients. Like I said, it's not a pharmaceutical grade. So these are safe amounts of ingredients that are put into here. Oh, I have very sensitive skin. I think Laura means I have very sensitive skin, and she doesn't have any issues with it, as we've discussed before. So no, and you'll kind of decide what works for you. Know that the hyaluronic, it's not that hyaluronic, I can't even say it right now, hyaluronic acid, it helps to plump the skin. It's not going to irritate the skin, okay? Especially when we've combined it with everything. And I think that's the key thing about embracing, you know, a group of products that work for you like this, because they all complement each other. So I don't feel like there's anything aggressive about it that is going to irritate your skin. I would consider myself very sensitive. I've got some areas that are more susceptible to get inflamed, and almost on skincare lines that are a little too pungent. I have formed rashes and irritants from that being just too much for me. So this line, it's not too much. I haven't had any issues with that. And I know as far as our team, we haven't had any issues with that either. The vitamin A, it reduces redness and treats acne scarring and rosacea. So once again, this serum helps with the redness. It helps with reducing the redness. We see a lot of people with rosacea. How many clients, if you think about it, suffer from rosacea? Maybe it's not even talked about, right? But we see it on them, and to be able to allow them to embrace maybe the skincare line that could help kind of diminish some of that, I think that that is fantastic. So treats acne scarring, treats rosacea. We love the serum. Good, Laura. Yes, it's been really nice. So yeah, we haven't had issues having a little bit of the sensitive skin. It's been great. Some of your questions I'm writing down as I move along, because we will try and target some of them later, or post about some of the answers later too. Okay, the Moisture Eye Cream. This one, this little guy. Little goes a long way. So this is literally, I mean, a pea-sized amount, but even smaller of that. I usually use my ring finger. You're putting a dot on there. You're going around that ocular bone, dabbing and tapping on. We're not rubbing this in. It doesn't need to be. In the steps of the skincare routine, if we just dab this on, it's going to absorb absorb into the eye area to do what it needs to do. This also, with that hyaluronate, helps to reduce the fine lines and is that plumping effect. So many of us, they're smile lines, right? When we're smiling, these smile lines that we get, this kind of helps with that. It just helps to plump things up, keep things hydrated, and our eye area is more sensitive because it is a finer skin. So having something to specifically treat the eye area, I think is great. For advanced aging use, Night Moisture apply directly to the ocular bone and the crow's feet for lines. So there you have it. Great for that. This has Persian silk tree extract. So it boosts cell energy. So Persian silk tree extract, it's like a beautiful pink fluffy flower. I had to look it up. It revitalizes tired skin, and it tightens those weak contours, okay? So that's exactly what this is doing in that area that has those smile lines, and as we get older, it's helping to kind of plump that up and treat those areas special by the eye area. The vitamin E is an antioxidant, and that helps to combat free radicals. It also reduces the UV damage. We know that when we expose ourselves to the sun, but some of it we can't even help, right? We've got our day-to-day lives that we are moving about, and we are out in the sun, out in the rays. This helps to kind of help to reverse some of those. Would you use this AM or PM? I would always use it PM on those extra days that I'm feeling a little extra tired. I will layer it in my day routine. Okay, so your night routine, I think, is probably a little more souped up, that you're using all of these things to let our skin rejuvenate itself and do that work as we're sleeping and resting. But like I said, if I want that extra little bit, if I'm feeling like I just need that all that moisture that day, I will use it AM and PM. So the standout things, the Persian silk tree extract, because it tightens weak contours. Then we've got that plumping effect. Remember that black quinoa. It has our vitamins in it. It's natural anti-inflammatory. You guys, the black quinoa too, throughout the whole line, it actually helps to reduce dark spots, okay? I don't think I hit on that. You guys, that's fantastic. Once again, this is a gentle line, but throughout the whole line, that one key natural vegan ingredient has the ability of calming down dark spots. I know I have some discoloration and dark spots that are coming in because, you know, I'm 18. Just kidding. That happens over time. It happens from just natural melanin changes. It happens from UV exposure. So this natural ability to reduce the dark pigments is awesome. Okay, Moisture Eye Cream. Anti-Age Day Cream. Okay, this is one of the moisturizers that we have to choose from. This one has our SPF 15 in it. Okay, so the Aqua Seal Coconut is the first ingredient to talk about, And this has a very silky texture. All of the moisturizers do feel really, really nice. It seals in moisture and it delivers the macronutrients with that Aqua Seal coconut. We've got that black quinoa, which has that vitamin B and B12, anti-inflammatory, reduces the melanins. And then niacinamide, this is a B3 vitamin, okay? So this minimizes pores, tightens, improves skin tone, and diminishes the dullness, softens fine lines and wrinkles. All of these ingredients do so many different things. I think that it's awesome. So niacinamide is very unique of the day cream. Sodium hyaluronate, that is the natural moisturizer. Okay, and then our vitamin E, that's the antioxidant. It combats free radicals and that UV damage. The main time that I like to use the day cream, I don't use this one daily. I will use it more specifically when I know that I'm going to be putting myself in a fair amount of sun exposure. I know my foundation has SPF in it as well. So this is one of those things that we've got different moisturizers to choose. Like I said, we've got the specific eye area, the SPF 15 anti-age day cream. This one could be used during the day, especially when you know you're going to be in the sun and you want that extra protection. Okay, it smooths on really nice, glides on really easy. The night cream, this one I have also used during the day. We all have our little things we do. So this one feels really, really nice, really, really smooth. I don't know if anybody else, I'm feeling guilty about choosing to use this really, really rich moisturizer during the day sometimes, but I do. For dehydrated skin, apply at night. You could also put the 24-hour moisture over the top. We're going to talk about that one. But the anti-age night cream, let's talk about its uniqueness. So we've got Lipex Pre-Act. This is an anti-inflammatory and collagen protecting properties. Okay, so this helps to protect the skin as we're sleeping. That hyaluronic acid helps to reduce the fine lines, plumps everything up. Cytosqualane, it's naturally derived from olive oil and it gives a light silky feel. So it restores the skin's lipid properties. You can feel this when you put it on. When you put this on at night, especially after your routine of using the toner and layering all these wonderful things in, if you're choosing to do all of those steps, this one just feels like you have given it like an anti-age blanket of goodness on your skin. I think that's why I like to maybe cheat this one and use it during the day. Sometimes I used it today. I like to look moisturized, dewy. I definitely don't fall oily myself. I wouldn't consider myself super duper dry either, but I've always been one to layer more moisture on. Because remember, if we only cleanse our skin, just like our hair, if we don't replace the moisture, our skin and our scalps that overreact and create an excessive amount of oil, creating more problems. So when we find key conditioners, right, for our scalp and our hair, and then these key moisturizers for our skin, it is the appropriate amount of ingredients that we need to layer in so that our skin and our scalps don't overreact. Okay, so the night cream, it's awesome. Vitamin A, it reduces redness and rosacea issues and treats scarring. So once again, allowing the skin at night to be able to rejuvenate itself, do all of that work while we're sleeping, while we're resting. Is the serum used under this? Yes. So the way that we're kind of walking through here would be kind of your typical steps of how you would possibly layer some of these in, obviously choosing which moisturizer works best for you. I always am going to put on my serum and my eye area nutrition. I'm going to put those things on first because it feels like when you're going through your steps, you know, of putting on your serum, your eye stuff, and then choosing one of your moisturizers, it feels like what you're doing is you're sealing all of this in, okay, once you've layered them in. So I always put my serums on prior to choosing my moisturizer, okay? And it kind of makes sense if we think about it, how we want to layer the products in and what feels best. Okay, so it feels great. We've got that plumping ability. It feels silky. It's reducing redness. It's anti-inflammatory. It's doing all of these great things as we are sleeping, or if you're like me and you're cheating and putting it on during the day sometimes. If I'm not using this one during the day or at night, I would choose 24-hour moisture. This one I could bathe in. Honestly, I think we need to come up with a body lotion now, because this feels really, really good. It's got organic avocado oil in it, which is rich in fatty acids. If you are a person who has dehydrated skin, if it feels dry often, layering the 24-hour moisture over any of these routines is going to give you that extra dose of moisture. You can use this just as the one moisturizer that you choose for the day. Okay, it's got betaine in it, which is calming, and it soothes and softens the skin. Okay, that black quinoa, once again, we love all of the properties of the black quinoa. That avocado oil, which feels really good, really good and smooth. And then we've got that vitamin B5 in here. Okay, that's our panthenol, and that is going to promote hydration and reinforces the skin's barrier. Okay, this one I feel like is a really, really easy one. If you have these products available in the salon, okay, it's a nice thick, this would be a really, really fun one to be able to have at your station. I mean, you could actually do kind of a mini facial, and we're going to talk about that. I'm going to have some screenshots available for you to take if you need just some tips again on how facials work. But these products would be easy, because what if you wanted to give the client an experience of putting the mask on one hand, right? Letting that dry, washing it off, and then having them apply one of these products over the top to feel it. They literally will be able to see a difference from hand to hand, what the product is doing. And then they can experience really kind of thinking what that's going to do for their skin. So just keep in mind that you may want to get those testers available to be able to work with some of these products with your clients, because then they can see firsthand, and they can see how, they can feel how calm it feels. Nothing makes the skin feel bad. I mean, that red clay, you can feel it on your skin because obviously it has those drawing capabilities, but it's not scary or weird, or it's not anything, you know, like a peel. So like we said, this isn't our pharmaceutical grade. This is our just wonderful skincare line that we feel comfortable talking about, feel comfortable sharing with them. I know that I've heard many, many clients who have been used to a pharmaceutical grade skincare line, which is fantastic. But they've actually transitioned to just embracing and trying this rough skincare line, and they're loving it. So I think, you know, rough stands true once again. If you look at all of these products as a whole and the ingredients that are in them, they've just kind of hit it out of the park again, because they've done everything they needed to do.
Tara.
Yeah.
Can I jump in quick?
Yeah.
One thing that I think it's good to know, and, you know, have the conversation with the clients if they do ask, especially for clients that are maybe using something more like traditional over the counter. This is definitely stronger and more potent. Obviously, it's not a med spa or medical grade, but you know, anybody that switches to the entire anti-aging line may notice, especially if they like jump on the bandwagon out of the gate and they're using it AM, PM, twice a day, they may notice a bit of where it feels like a dry skin, but just understand that that is the product doing what it needs to do to help you shed some of those dead skin cells quicker, so that that fresh skin can come up to the surface, and it does not last long. Like for some of my clients and for myself, I think when I jumped on right away in the beginning, it was maybe 2 weeks where in the morning, it was a little bit more on the dry side, but as I stuck with it and did it, like I noticed huge differences in just how bright and pink and clear my skin started to look. And then that shedding started to slow down because it kind of kicks all that dead skin off out of the gate. So I just wanted you guys to know that, because anytime somebody switches skincare lines, they may notice a little something, and it's totally normal. So that's my 2 cents.
Thank you, Jesse. Yeah. Well, and that's where we have to, I mean, like anything, we have to give it time to get used to. The worst thing to do with switching skincare lines is, you know, to all of a sudden put all the judgment on those first, you know, that first couple weeks, when, like Jesse said, it is going through those motions of kind of getting everything where it needs to be. So it's good. Okay, so once again, now that we've talked through all of these, I hope you guys have a better grasp on products, all these products and what they do. Oh my gosh, too funny. I don't even know why I looked right past that. So here's all of the pHs. I should have known better. Take a look at that. So the pHs are fantastic because what to remember about pHs? Hair and skin falls between a 4.5 and a 5.5. So that's why all of these are so calming when we look at where everything is. We want kind of this range of what we're seeing, what these do, the acid balanced into that point, you know, that 6-point range. It's kind of doing everything we need it to do on the pH scale to do its job. So Jennifer, if you remember that, and these charts are going to be available to share. I know a lot of things have been shared over the ref page already, and after today, maybe Jesse will resurge some of those back out again. If people want these available, we'll put them maybe all in a post so that we know which ones we have. So facial best practices. So I don't know if you've not received a facial, I think you should go get one. But here is just going to be a couple of slides that you could take a screenshot on if you are going to be performing facials in the salon. You know, just kind of giving you tips on where your hand placement are, what fingers you're using, some of the motions you can use. Like I said, I think the best way to experience a facial is to get one yourself, to really kind of feel the pressure that they're using and some of the motions through the décolleté and through the neck area. That eye area is very sensitive, so we want to be really careful around there. But facials are fantastic. I would actually take a facial over a massage anytime. Anytime. We've got a question that come in. So is it possible that someone with oily or combination skin may not need the 24-hour moisturizer? It could be. It could be. Maybe they would just feel okay with the day moisturizer. It could just take a very small amount too. Just know, like when we look at the ingredient capabilities of each one and what they have when we're comparing the moisturizers, okay? The serum, you know, has the plumping effect, it has the quinoa, it has the vitamin A, but then when we look at the moisturizing capabilities and the combating free radicals, we want to kind of think about the purpose of the moisturizer and how it seals the skin down. And we also want to think about, just kind of peeking here, night cream, eye cream, face wash. Yeah, everything does calm the skin down when looking at that chart. So trial and error. I think that even people with oily skin may want to have one of the moisturizers on hand. A moisturizer needs to seal the serum. Yes. Thanks, Jesse. That was just a very simple way to put it. Okay. So if you want a screenshot of this, if you want to take a picture of it, as far as some of the upper eye area, for the jawline, here are some tips in there. Often combo skin actually needs more moisture to balance it out, just a little time to get there. Yes, and that is true. I mean, combination skin can be kind of a little bit all over. And I think with the right skincare routine, people might be pleasantly surprised with allowing the skin to kind of balance itself out. And with everything, ingredient wise in here, I feel like Ref can really do that. I know I've got a couple of friends that really combat, oily areas on their skin. So I feel like everything in combination, this will really complement that. Okay, I don't know if you guys need this for the jawline. I love facials. Wouldn't you love to get a facial right now? That would be amazing. Okay, imagery. Ref has come up with some beautiful imagery for us to share. I know I've shared some of this with my clients off my page. I love that they've got these to share. It looks pretty for marketing materials. It's great. So we do have those available to you. And then here is everything in a whole as far as your collection that we have to offer and the pricing that we have. So like I said, this will be available for you guys to be able to share and have this. I think that everything kind of makes sense as far as where things are priced, especially for those products that are really, really souped up with some special ingredients. I think that it's a very consumer-friendly line, just like it is with the whole Ref line that we've got to choose. Remember, it's 100% vegan. We've got that black quinoa prevalent throughout the whole line. How much time should I let the toner and serum soak before layering another product? I mean, they don't give a specific. I feel like if you give it, like a good 10 seconds, I feel like it absorbs into my skin pretty quickly, and then I layer it in. So nothing extensive. You can feel it absorb and do its thing pretty quickly. All right, just layer each dry. Yeah. What other questions do you have? How are you guys feeling? Feel free to type a little message. Are we feeling a little bit better about understanding some of the great ingredients that the Ref line has for the skincare? Are we all going to try it if we don't have it already? Because it's fantastic. I can't wait to try from the iPad. Yes. You're welcome. Thank you, Jessie. Thanks for jumping in. I think that sharing success stories is huge. So you guys, let's use that Ref page. Ooh, any talk of a makeup line. That would be fun, wouldn't it be? You talk about the Atlantic sea salt again. So the Atlantic sea salt, it's a natural exfoliator. It helps to remove the impurities that clog our pores. It promotes new skin growth and actually really enhances blood circulation. And it helps to restore the natural oil balance. Okay, so that Atlantic sea salt that is in there is Atlantic sea salt. Travel sizes, that would be fun. I know we don't have any talk of that right now. Would you use the anti-age day, night cream and the anti-age serum together? One or the other. As far as the day or the night, you're going to choose one or the other. I would always layer in the serum, okay? Layer in the serum, choose your moisturizer over the top. That's kind of just your general steps that you would take. Excited to promote this in the salon. You're welcome. I am too. Because I have not offered this. I did not have the room in my previous salon to house all of the products that I want to. So I've been starting to promote it. I'm gonna push a little bit harder and talk about it more. And I think that it's just awesome. Thank you, Kelly. But yeah, so if you guys do, so as this buzz gets moving around about the skincare, I think it would be fun to start sharing on our Ref page some of our experiences, positive, right? So maybe just doing a positive, how long you've been using it, the positive experience that you've had with it, and just create a little bit more of a buzz about the skincare and getting people excited about it. Would you do a little mini facial during a chemical service? Yeah, I know one of the great ideas that some people have had is maybe if you've got the opportunity while they're in the shampoo bowl, I feel like Sorry about that. As I feel like a mini facial could be really, really fun opportunity if you are doing that while they're in the shampoo bowl. So maybe they've got a glossing service sitting and you've got, you know, 5 to 7 minutes to burn while that's processing in their hair. Why not say, hey, I noticed that you are, you know, maybe if they don't have full face makeup, maybe if they do, you can show them the remover. Just ask them. You never know. They might be totally lost when it comes to skincare, self-diagnosing from anywhere, using who knows what. So we don't know what our clients are using unless if we talk about it. And they could just be looking for some direction, especially from a professional like ourselves. They respect us and they look to us for those recommendations. So I think using the products in the salon, whether it be a mini facial at the shampoo bowl or using it on the back of the hand, these are great things to be able to do. Don't forget quick business chat at the Independence, 1 o'clock, Facebook Live. Facebook Live, 1 o'clock, business chat. Thank you, Jesse. Keep an eye on the schedule today. Good, good. Tomorrow, you guys, tomorrow we have a haircut with, I can't remember his name, Mark from Switzerland. He gets to do a live model. So I am so looking forward to that tomorrow. Independent only. Okay, don't forget business chat for Independence at 1 o'clock on Facebook Live.
Tara.
Yeah.
Okay, so the business chat today at 1 o'clock is going to be with one of Deb's coworkers. His name is Jamie, and he's going to be speaking just to people that are in an independent situation. And
Okay.
then Michael Karg is going to be cutting from Switzerland live, but that's on Friday.
Oh, what day is it today?
Today's Wednesday. Krista's got mom's break tomorrow morning. We've got John and Chris tomorrow afternoon, and then Michael Karg on Friday. And if anybody goes on our ref Facebook page, clicks on events, you can see all the upcoming Zoom or Facebook Live classes that we've got coming up this week.
Okay.
I had to jump in because I didn't want people.
I know, that's so funny. Can I get a hello from any other multitasking moms out there on which day of the week it is?
You're good. Thank you, Tara.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thanks, everybody.